Okay, I would never make a video at this time. This is the end of the day. It's literally at night right now, and I am making a video. And the reason I'm making this video is because an idea just came into mind. And this idea came into mind because I was going through my emails. And as I go through my emails, I see rejected job applications. And this reminds me of opportunity cost. That given that job did not reject me, I would be using the time to get paid. So how did that type of rejection fuel the creation of my trading plan and fuel the understanding of my situation? The thing is, trading is desire. You want a specific outcome. Now, it's not always that easy because there's so many variables that come into play when you actually trade. Your funding intervals, the market presentation, the signals that you interact with on that particular time frame. Now, when I say time frame, I'm talking about a periodic span of time, which is whenever you fund. You could be funding at the worst time to trade. Not fundamentally, even if we could say fundamentally, but you could be funding at the worst time to trade. So things like that play a role in trade failure, in making it feel like trade success is something that's a bit too far. Now, the reason you create a plan is to create a blueprint. A blueprint is for you to be able to repeat your successes with as little friction as possible. So what does that mean? It means if I set out to achieve a trade goal, it's not necessarily just for money, but the approach, given that I do follow it consistently, sets me up for future successes. That means whenever I want to trade and I have a specific account size, I can trade. Now, how did this email fuel me to creating my trading plan? I understood my funding intervals, and I still understand my funding intervals, which is you fund after a long time, and that's why you were looking for a job. And now these people are designing the future for you. Again, I do understand in the market, I do not control the market's presentation of data, meaning I don't control the signals that we interact with. So I don't control the outcomes, but I do control whether I participate or not. And I do control how I participate with that type of market price. So the reality is they are channeling my feelings. They are channeling my future. Do I accept that? And I thought to myself, no, I do not accept that. I want to be one that channels my own future, that solidifies it. Now, what does that mean? How do you make trading a cyclic system, a system that you can repeat? By making goals that are tangible, goals that are attainable with what I have, with where I am right now. What's attainable? A stable account over a lengthy period of time because of the account size. How are you going to take the approach? The approach is if you do not focus, if you do not pay attention in your participation, if you do not engage in specific actions that you've never engaged in, you will not make the opportunity count. So again, even in trading, you do have to step out of your comfort zone within the practical trading space, which is sometimes you do see that this is not working out and you have to step out and say, what is working out, or why is this not working out, and what could I actually fix to make this work out? And my side is I want to make trading my livelihood. So how would I do that? I use time as a factor. People get paid every 30 days. Well, one thing about the market, I definitely can't get paid every 30 days just because that's not complete market conditions. I could be trading in one market condition and thinking that's the entire market, but that's not it. So those are things that you need to understand. So this idea creates what we call respecting opportunity cost. And respecting opportunity cost, that means if I had enrolled, if I had participated, if I was employed for a span of 30 days, there would be specific results I would attain. So same thing when you trade over that span of time, there should be results that are produced regardless of how you feel by your account. So that means your account doesn't have excuses at certain points. If you have $100, your account should be able to produce at least 500. You should be able to produce 500 as a trader. Let's think about it like this. You as a trader should have a baseline that you can produce without pressure. Even if, let's say, you are pressured, there is a baseline that you can produce consistently. And that's where you should start around when it comes to your goal. You shouldn't be embarrassed because in trading, your goal is never the stagnant. The goal is a big account. You know what I'm saying? So you are never in one phase. You are never in one phase, but you should understand what you can make. Once you understand what you can make, you can understand what's attainable in terms of your goal threshold. If you can make 500, your goal threshold shouldn't exceed 10K. You should say, okay, my maximum is 10K. You shouldn't be trying to hit 100K first or a million first. No, I have 500, 10K over a span of 3 months. I can definitely attain 500 when I trade. Whenever I trade, I do withdraw 500. That means 10K is attainable. But if you've never even attained $100 from your trading, then that's crazy. You don't want that. So you understand opportunity cost by understanding what's tangible to you and what you can continuously produce. Then make it minimal and then give it time. And then understand from there, you can make it possible because you control the outcome of your future. If you can show up, pitch up and do the work, then you eventually get your goal. And if you get your goal successfully, you now have a blueprint. Again, the more you do your goal, the more things you learn about your goal on how to tackle it easier, how to interact with it easier, which is what you want. I wanted to make it a bit longer, but that's basically what it is. So that's why I say try to learn from your life, and not even try to learn from your life. Have a deeper perspective to things which can translate into your trading.